Hey y'all, it's Brian SLC Farms. Well, we are out at the sawmill today and we're going to mill that log that we went out just a few days ago and cut for the customer. And they've sent us an order of what they'd like made of the two logs that we brought. So we're going to get those milled up. We're going to start with the biggest one, the butt end of the log. This log's about 35.5 inches in diameter. It's just going to squeeze through the mill. We're going to try to make 1x16 boards for our main function out of that, and then also make some 2x4s and 2x6s out of our flitches that we cut off. We'll just flitch those all off at 2 inches till we get down to a 16-inch wide cant. Then we're going to take it off in 1-inch pieces there, 4/4, and they're going to do some closet stuff with it. Then the other log, we're going to make all that into 2x6s and 2x4s for them. So we're going to get started on this big old oak here. I've already got the mill greased up, blowed off. The log's set up here, ready to go. I think as best I can. It's so big that I can't use the stops, so I've got wedges on this end here. It does have a spot where a limb was here. It's hollowed out, but it's not too bad. I think first couple cuts, it's going to take that off and we'll get to pretty solid wood, but we will see. Both ends look pretty good and solid on this red oak, and it ought to make some pretty boards. So we've got the mill all the way up 28 inches here. So running windshield washer fluid, 7-degree band. This band's got some life on it, so it may only do a couple cuts before we have to swap it out. But when I was last using it yesterday, it was working pretty good. So we're going to get started on that. All right, here we go. All right, that ended up taking a pretty good chunk off on this end down here. No. But I really don't think you're gonna get much out of it. She's off. All right, figure out how to get set up for our next cut. I think honestly, we're probably going to take one 2-inch piece off and then roll it. All right, y'all, we got that slab pushed off. I'm going to try to take a 2-inch off of this, but with the way it flares out, I'm not real sure, but we're going to try before we roll it, and then we'll go ahead and roll it and just keep working it down from there. Oh, I need to bump it over just a hair. All right. We'll get it bumped over and finish off our last 2 or 3 inches. Is that enough? See if we can finish it up. Okay, we got our cut made. Let me see if I can get this piece off here. Maybe. This tree, luckily, is a little bit dry. Look out, Hank. If I'm gonna lose it, it's gonna be right here. All right, there we go. Okie doke. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, for the sake of not tearing up a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna sit this piece off over there on my little stays, and then I'm gonna come back, pick this log up, take it over there, roll it over, and then bring it back and sit it on the mill, just so I'm not jostling stuff around so much. So we'll get that done pretty quick and go from there. Look out, Buster. So this is kind of my little staging area where I put people's orders when I get them cut. All right, now we'll see if we can't scoop this log up off of here. little more? Okay. Huh? Is it hitting it? So I need to drop that? Okay. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'll have to go back that way a little bit unless I can get this to, there we go. Now I can bump it over a little. I think the rest will fit. Think there? All right, we'll get set up for the next cut. Be right back. We got her all flipped over and I think positioned around good enough. Took a couple measurements. We're gonna take our first cut at 24 and see what that gets us. So here we go. Yeah, I gotta get this thing to start siphoning some water. There we go. Come on, get your water going. Now, let's go back to 24. Water tank ought to be mounted up there with the motor. Take a 2-inch. I might take a couple 2-inch pieces off of this. So we're going to drop down to 21 and an 1/8. All right, now, I think we're gonna try to take one more. We might take, yeah, one. That's hard for me. Could go ahead and roll it. I think let's take one more 2-incher. All right, so we're gonna take it at 19 7/8. That should give us our 2-inch piece there. I'll double check my math. That's exactly 2 inches. All right, let's see if it'll take one more here. Little nub just moved my water dripper. There we go. Oh, we're stuck on the other side there. I am going to have to go ahead and roll it up. Always scary backing the blade back out. Alright, what I am going to have to do is go ahead and flip this log up and then make our cuts from there. So, be right back. Alright, y'all. What I might have to do is inch the log back a little bit and then raise up my back stops and then flip the log up. Let's see here. Get it pulled back like so. Alright. Let's raise up our back stops. This one's already all the way up. Yep. All right. Be a gymnast. Now, that's about where we want it. Might have to go just a hair more. We'll hold it there and see. All right. Yep, it's gonna have to go up more. Gonna have to get it twisted around more. Get it square. Batting about right there. Alright. Well, we're looking pretty close. Let me get my big square. That looks pretty dang good to me. Oh, there goes my noggin. Hard hat area. Wonder if she'll stay. All right, good deal. She's a big girl. All right, with the way this log is, I could really stand to pick it up on this end. But I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I think we're just gonna saw the top off of it and keep on trucking. So I did decide to go ahead and use the toe board there, lift it up this end a couple of inches off that bunk there. Try to level this log out some. We're gonna take a pretty good chunk off the top of this, but we can sit it back up there when we get done with everything and still probably get some lumber out of it. So our first cut's gonna be at 28.5. We've got the log as squared as can be. Let's see what happens. Probably getting about time to change the blades here. Start getting that little bit of gyration in the mill there. Once we get this one off, we'll probably take one more 2-inch, and then we'll roll it again. There it is. I think there's enough here that I could mill this off later. Get a couple of 2x4s or 1x's, something like that out of it. All right, there's our cut. Like I say, it's a pretty substantial piece there. I believe I can lay that back up on the mill and still get a couple of something or another's out of it. Yeah, that's 4 inches thick there. If we come down to the small end, 2.5. So yeah, I could just rip that off there. Let's see what the other end looks like. It might not be quite as much. Let's see here. Yeah, I could still rip that off at 4 inches and get a couple 2x4s out of that. So let me get that off on the skid steer because we'll salvage it and we'll get this log turned. All right, how hard could it be? There we go. All right, we got that two inch cut made there, but we're getting some waves. I don't like it. They're not horrible, but it's time for a band change. So I'll get a new band slapped on the mill and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, blade change is pretty simple on this thing. We detension our band right here. Once I get it loose, I push in on it. That kind of unlocks the blade. We'll pop our covers off. Doesn't take but just a second. Got to pop our little guard off here. And then our blade just slides that out like so. Take it over and hang it on our wall of bands here. We've got a little surprise coming for that. Hopefully take care of some much needed issues there. All right, which one wants to come out of here? We are going with the standard 7-degree band. Everybody asks how much the bands cost. These bands here cost us about $25 per band. My Stella Cut bands are about double that. They're about 45 to 47, depending on how you order them and if you get them while they're on deal. So we want to make the back of the band there flush with the back of the rollers. Then we'll go ahead and tension our blade. And half, one, half, two. And about 5 cranks there. Give her a good spin. She's tracking good, and that's all there is to it. Put our covers back on. Put our guide back in. That probably takes longer than anything, screwing this little screw right here in. It's not a guide, that is a guard. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple to tension it and blade change. Your tensioning rod is right here. They recommend no more than 6 full turns, but I look at this little gap right here and I want it to generally be where this chrome washer is about right in the middle. Don't know if y'all can see that little washer in there, but yep, that's where we're gonna have it. I'm gonna pull this 2-inch piece off real quick, and then we're gonna flip this log. I forgot to turn the camera on, happens that time. Got our piece off, got the log rolled. I'm gonna take the first cut here at 22. It's not gonna take very much at all off that end, but it's gonna take a pretty good chunk off this end. It's just the taper of the log. And then we'll work it down from there. Got our new blade on, let's see how she rolls. Yep, needed a new blade 2 cuts ago. All the difference in the world. There we go. about a crisp. That'll make life a little better. There we go. Take a 2-incher off. Now we're going to come back and take one more. Looks a little thick. Double check myself here. I know, right on the money. Try to get down below this hollow. Might take one more. All right, let's get these two off of here. Oh yeah, we're down past that hollow spot now. Watch your feet. I think we'll go ahead and take one more 2-incher. Yeah, buddy. We're going to roll it all the way over. Take one more at 16. but I feel like that blade, that's good. All right. I'm gonna pop this piece off and roll it all the way over. And then make our final cut at 16. That's a nice board right there. Really nice. All right, let's see if we can roll it all the way over. Oh. Oh. Don't tear up stuff. Let's try that again. Work with me here a piece. There we go. One more time. There we go. Always seems rough turning these big old pieces. All right, we're gonna make our last cut down at 16, go from there. All right, here we go. Well, I think we're going to call that a wrap on this video for the evening. We have got our log turned down to the size cant that we want. We've got a 22-inch tall by 16-inch wide cant there. Yeah, it does have that split going up and down, but I don't think that that'll go too far back into the wood. and I don't think that's going to affect the product at all. So on the next video, we'll get this sawed down into 1-inch boards, get all the pieces behind me flitched down into 2x6s and 2x4s. And then we've got one more big 12-foot log over there. It's going to be a challenge just with its crookedness and size and length in itself. But I hope y'all have enjoyed this time at the sawmill. If you have, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Pound that thumbs up for us and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't, if you want to see more videos like this. We've got some farming content coming as well, but to be honest, I really enjoy the sawmill, enjoy filming it, and hope you guys do too. So we'll see y'all on the next one.